so you could probably just tell that I woke up right now, looking a little hokey. But okay, so I just watched a few videos on G-Eazy. Probably know who he is. He's like a rapper kind of person. But yeah, I've never really been fond of him. I just have to say first of all. But I was watching these videos, like interviews and stuff, and I was thinking like, he's got to be a sociopath, which is like you're never supposed to do that. You're never supposed to just like diagnose somebody, and that's not what I'm doing. But personally, yeah, I think, you know, he's got dead eyes as hell, and just some of the things he says is just like, you know, so cliche. It's like anyone could have said that right now, and he totally just doesn't know what to say. Like, you know, he doesn't. I'll put in some clips, and all the clips that I put in aren't mine, not mine. I didn't record them or videotape them, and credit to everybody else. Credit to the people who did, 100%, and I'll put them in the description as well, whoever did the clips. But yeah, I just wanted to do a tarot reading on him because I'm kind of interested in that, and I just feel like, you know, we're gonna get some interesting stuff. So what should we ask? I want to ask, okay, so let's see what the energy is around G-Eazy, because we can't really ask, like, is he a sociopath? And, I mean, I don't know what card would be like, yes, you know, like, unless it was a yes or no. But I don't even want to make it that cut and dry, because the tarot, it's not really that way. I mean, you kind of have to just understand, like, the energy around things. It's not always going to be a cut and dry answer. So I'm going to ask, what's G-Eazy's energy? And can we figure that out? Can you tell us if he's good or bad? If he's an intra-species predator, or if he's just a person with a conscience, just like we hope everyone else is and isn't always, but we'll see what happens here. So yeah, if you guys think G-Eazy is a sociopath, put a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if I'm just totally tripping and crazy. But watch the clips, because to me it's pretty obvious. Okay. We should ask Dr. Grande too what he thinks of G-Eazy. He should do a video on that. He's another YouTuber, and he's a psychologist, so I mean, he's not just a YouTuber, but he knows what he's talking about pretty well, and his videos are really cool, so check out Dr. Grande on YouTube, and let's see if he can do a video on G-Eazy. Is he a sociopath, or what do you think? Since you haven't met him, I get it, you can't just say, but can we just look at his little traits and, you know, see what's going on there? Or maybe mine. Am I just tripping? Maybe I'm just tripping. Sometimes I think that. I usually think that, you know, especially when you're in person with these people, you think like, okay, I'm just being judgmental, or I'm just, you know, jaded, and but then like after a while or a few months, you're like, oh shit, like my intuition was totally right and I fucked it off. Don't ever do that. Your intuition knows. Okay. But if you've been through trauma, then you tend to think like you're wrong. Like, I'm just thinking that. Or you just go with your trauma and you're scared of everything, but I'm trying to not be that way anymore. But it kind of bites me in the ass sometimes. Sometimes you have to, like, be aware, even if it seems fucked up. Sometimes it is. So yeah, G-Eazy, let's do this. What's going on with him? What's the energy of him? Okay. Cut it 3 times. Shuffle it. Cut it 3 times. Okay. And 3. Sometimes I like to just do 4 too, just because it's different, you know? So I cut the deck 4 times, mix it up. Now let's see what we have going here. This is G-Eazy for us. Watching something grow. Tending to it, making sure it's growing. So, that doesn't really seem too bad, does it? What's at the bottom? I could interpret that as like in limbo of something. Like maybe he was talking about a Jekyll and Hyde character, and a lot of people have that kind of, you know, that kind of personality, like, you know, some's good, some's bad, just like everyone else. But he is a Gemini too, so he's probably going to use that. You know, I'm a Gemini, that's all I meant. But, I don't know, I just sense something more in him that is not right. Never met him, I don't know anything about him really. I just know that when I see those videos of him, I just don't get a good vibe at all. Which, you know, call me judgmental, but I'm just speculating. That's how I feel about him. I mean, when you look at the things he's saying, it's like, when you consider that he might be a sociopath, it's like these things he's saying are just so cliche. Like it's like he doesn't really talk much about. He just tries to flirt with people and kind of like be vague, and it's just like what, like, just some of the stuff. Maybe we're just different because I'm a Virgo, so maybe it's just like two different sides of Mercury. But I don't know. It's not that I don't agree with what he says. I'm cool. I don't agree with you. Like I'd like to talk about it, but he doesn't really talk about anything that is meaningful. And I guess that's the Mercury side of Gemini, is very on the surface and stuff, but I don't know. That's just my little 2 cents there about him. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like G-Eazy? I mean, someone does, because he's out there, but no, he ain't all that. Especially that one girl, Annalise, I don't know her last name, but I just watched this video that she was talking about how he, like, tried to get her to suck his dick, and, like, she was the last one out of like 6 girls who all did coke, and she didn't do any, and then she stayed up. I'm like, does that not sound like he totally drugged those girls? I mean, that's speculation. I'm not trying to slander anyone's name. I'm just saying, like, that's really weird, especially already considering that he might be sociopath. It's like that whole thing was like weird to me. Anyway, let's see what the cards are saying here. Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the World. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there because the World is like, complete, done, that's it. So I'm gonna stop it there. And at the bottom of the deck, it's the King of Wands. So, let's see. I'm just gonna feel it out for a second. Yeah, I feel this very young energy, young air energy, of course. That's the Gemini in him. And then someone who's focused on money and taking care of that. Like, that's important to me, is the money thing, That's the most important thing. And I'm shady as hell, and that's it. No, but seriously, that is kind of like a vague little rough draft of what you could say about these cards. That's what I see, is that those are the first things that came to my mind. This is his energy, very, he cares a lot, and he's tending a lot to this money, situation. Also, tending to this money situation, tending to this energy, or this whole, persona about him. And I guess you could say that I already have this kind of, like, idea of what I would think that he is, but the thing is, like, with these cards, what would you think? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that matches pretty fucking well with what I was thinking. Then these two, we all know what 7 of Swords is, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, is he not shady with the 7 of Swords there? I mean, I don't know. I think he's fooling the world into thinking that he's not. Like, he's looking back, and the world's looking back at him like, are you sure you want to do this? And he's like, are you looking right now? Like, are you watching this? Like, I hope you don't catch me. I hope you don't see me. Like, he's looking back, he's kind of paranoid. Like, if he's a sociopath, he's probably not paranoid, but the thing is, like, I feel like he has to always make sure that he's looking good, so he can, like, make money and fit in and kind of just, like, go with what, this world wants. And so he's, like, looking back, and the world's, like, looking back, like, are you sure this is, like, what you want to do right here? And he's like, don't ask me questions. Don't ask me questions. What does this guy mean, though? It's, like, in limbo. Like, he's trying to understand, what the fuck am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to, like, get through in this world? How am I supposed to, like, fit in with people and stuff? And he's trying to learn. He's trying to be enlightened, but I think for G-Eazy it's more like this is what he needs, is to try to be enlightened more, instead of, like, trying to just go about life manipulating the situation. With this King of Wands at the bottom, it's like this personality that's like, I wouldn't doubt if he has some fire in his chart, but, well, everyone's got fire in their chart, but I mean, like his moon sign or something, or his rising sign, because, with the Hangman there and the King of Wands, I'm like, I just feel like it's kind of like this energy. The King of Wands is like this energy of, like, I'm gonna go and do things, but since he's looking towards the left, he's not really ready to do that. He's kind of just observing, but it's like he's thinking about the past. He's more like he's not ready to act and take action that he needs to take. But with this Hangman, maybe that's what it means, is that he's in the middle, he's stuck in the middle, he's not really sure what action to take. He's just watching and observing, and that's kind of what sociopaths have to do their whole life, they have to observe, and then they learn how other people act, and they learn how other people are, and how to, be like them, and how to act like they're just like them. So kind of like snakes in the grass kind of thing, you know? It's like, what are you, you know? And we can tell. That's why you should listen to your intuition, because you can tell when somebody is, I mean, not always, but a lot of the time you can, because it's, I don't know if Dr. Grande said it or if someone else said it, but they said it's like an intraspecies predator, like you, oh no, it was someone else. I'll try to find that article and put it in the description, but basically we can kind of sense it. It's like our animal instincts, like you can sense that this person is like, you know, an intraspecies predator. So it's like kind of interesting. You should really listen to your intuition most of the time, because you know you're right most of the time. So let's see. Okay, so automatically, this is what I thought. So at the bottom we have options, 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 options. Many options, kind of all of them are like, you know, not really realistic. They're kind of like dreamy and like, oh, what if? And all these things are not really probably going to come true. One of them will, but probably not the one that you think is the one that will, because they all seem so great. But it's like, are they really? And automatically, when I saw these cards, I have the Six of Pentacles here and the Eight of Wands. So that's like helping people, or people helping you, or you know, kind of like helping people that are less fortunate than you, and heading towards, this is like your direction is towards Knight of Cups and Five of Cups and Two of Cups. So your direction is toward helping people, or someone helping you out, and the direction is toward, you know, I feel like looking like this kind of a character, being like this kind of a character, but there's so much loss involved, and then this like love situation, this true love. Well, I get the sense that it's like you want to seem like this character, you want to seem like the Knight of Cups, you know, very stand-up man. What do you think when you see this card? Do you think very stand-up person who's willing to like give you, you know, themselves or love, or, you know, the healthy, appropriate kind of, you know, demonstration of love, and then loss. So it's like, what's this loss doing here? And then the Two of Cups, like that doesn't make sense. But really it does, because when you think about it, it's like if you're trying to come off like that person who's very like charming and like perfect, and then, but there's so much loss involved, and so many people getting their hearts broken, they think that this is real love, and it's just not. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that that makes sense? I mean, he has so many options. You know, he's got so many options that it's just like, he's not meaningful in what he says. I don't know. Watch the clips, you guys. Watch everything and see what I'm talking about. See if you can see it for yourself, the whole dead eyes thing, you know, how it's like not changing. No matter what he says, it doesn't change. Let me know if I'm crazy and ridiculous, and let me know what you think. So yeah, I'll see you next time, and I'm going to do somebody else, and then I'll see you later.